Hi my good people, how have you been? Imagine I missed you guys. Yesterday we didn't have our lesson as usual. KPLC waliniambia my friend, utajua ni sisi wenye kusema. And that's how we missed our lesson. But anyway, we were to cover foods that increase gas production and how to minimize or how to prepare our food to ensure there is a minimal gas produced after consumption. So I will do kinda a makeup lesson so that we don't miss on what we were to cover yesterday, and I will also do another lesson on constipation. But before I take you through the foods that increase gas production, allow me to sincerely appreciate all of us who have subscribed, and for those of us who are yet to subscribe, please show some love by subscribing to this YouTube channel. So, for those who are new here, my name is Phyllis Aruguru, and I'm still a nutritionist. I'm a nutritionist by profession. So, foods that increase gas production. I explained how the gas forms in the large intestine, and for those of us who maybe could be having a medical condition, or they experience pain when they are passing gas, you may consider minimizing intake of the following foods. However, these foods are not like a rule of thumb that they'll cause gas in all human beings. Different foods or these foods behaves differently in our bodies. So it's upon you to understand your body. Get to know if I consume this kind of food, it results to gas production. But there are these foods which are known to be notorious in gas production. Number one, it's the so obvious, the beans. But we have a variety of beans. We have the yellow beans, we have the rosecoco, we have the nyayo, and different beans behave differently in different individuals. For example, if I consume the yellow beans, hiyo nyumba hiyo siku itakuwa imejaa, excuse me. Yeah, so you need to understand your body, get to know what type of beans do affect you or results to high gas production. The other foods that results to high gas production are the peas, the cowpeas. Those people who are from the coast, cowpeas are very common. The kundes, again, they can result to increased gas production. We also have the lentils. Lentils as well can result to gas production. Then we have cabbage. Cabbage by that is very notorious among very many people will complain that after taking cabbage, there is production of gas. Then we have the onions, and especially the raw onions. Those of us who love taking the kachumbari, the onions increase gas production. We also have broccoli, we have the cauliflower, we have the whole grain foods. Again, if you're able to notice, or if you go through all these food, these are foods which are rich in fiber. And again, we cannot do without fiber, but you can find fiber in a variety of foods. So if you minimize intake of this food, then increase other foods which are rich in fiber, and that they do not cause gas, or they do not affect you. Then we also have some ripe bananas. We have a variety of bananas, so you need to note which bananas when you consume results to gas production. Then we also have carbonated drinks, and we also have garlic. We have fatty foods. You realize that when you take chips, and especially if the fat or the oil that was used to make these chips is not fresh, you realize that you end up releasing or passing lots of gas. Then we have beer. Beer is very notorious. And we have dairy products, especially those people who experience lactose intolerance. So how do you manage, or how do you reduce this gas production? Number one, we have soaking. We have cooking until very soft. Then you have pre-germination, so that when you are soaking or pre-germinating, you are just reducing the amount of gas that is present in those cereals, legumes, and all the other foods that can be soaked. Then we also have refrigerated foods. Remember this refrigerated, especially if you don't keep your food in the freezer, which you cannot put all your food in the freezer. There are some yeast and bacteria which continue growing, and this yeast and bacteria results to production of gas in the large intestine. Then you can also consider minimizing your carbonated drinks. So next time you have a medical condition and you need to minimize on your gas production, consider minimizing consumption of this food so that the gas may not be bothersome to you. I hope the lesson was well understood. Let us have a look at constipation.